Let's talk to our friend Dusty Baker, the manager of the Houston Astros. Skip, when times are down, you have to sometimes go to Stevie Wonder, and that's what we went to today. How are you?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like Stevie Wonder. And he sings about, I just got through listening to, I'm listening to Bob Marley, like everything going to be all right. You know, Three Little Birds. So it's all good, man. It's all good.
Hey, can somebody...
Nothing you can do about it. You can't bring it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just got to go. You got to go forward, you know?
Can somebody win this division? I want it to be you guys, but my goodness, this has been a September to forget for about 3 teams in this division.
Well, why is that? If it's September to forget, why not remember it? Because we're still in first place.
All right.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you can look at it like the glass is half empty or the glass is half full. Just what I see around here is kind of a lot of people looking at the glass is half full. I mean, there's so much negativism going around. We need some positive vibes. You know what I mean? On a daily basis, because it's like we're kind of spoiled that we've won by 10 or 12 games every year. But I told you, every year is different. And see, you gotta just play it out. And do the best that you very, very can. And, you know, so we're still going to win this thing. It doesn't matter if you win it by 1 or you win it by 10. It's just that everybody's, you know, they're making us nervous, and we're not as nervous as everybody else. You know, it's like the sky is falling. Well, the sky is not falling. The sky is still up there, and the sun is still up there, and we're still in first place.
Hey, there's a phrase in sports, you've heard it for many years, flipping the switch. I've seen it in the NBA a little bit in my life. I don't know, can baseball teams flip the switch, or is it too much of an individual batter versus pitcher game?
No, you have no choice. I mean, you can flip the script as a team. You know, you can have. See, everybody can have positive vibes and make that ball seemingly go in a hole. I mean, last night, the guy makes a great play on your Don. That could have been 2 or 3 runs. You know, they make a great play and throw your Don out at the plate. And then we end up losing by 1 run. I mean, things haven't really gone our way for a consistent period of time. And I just believe that every team has a time when everything goes right, you know. And we haven't had that time yet. It's been a struggle the entire year, but the thing about it is our guys continue to fight and continue to believe. If everybody else doesn't believe, it doesn't matter as long as we believe ourselves.
Well, it's a good attitude to have because, again, you're still in first place, and you can't take that away from anybody. I will say this.
That's the only listen. That's the only attitude that you can have. It's not a good attitude. It is the only attitude that you can have. A positive attitude. I mean, and let this be hopefully a lesson to people in life. I mean, a positive attitude can make all the difference in the world.
When are you going on a speakers tour? I need to jump on that. You can fill up the Northern California arena that you know very well. How about in all these places?
Well, I've done that all over the world, but I mean, I get my positiveness from from life's experiences and from God. And if you truly believe, then nothing gets you down. It's okay to get down. Just don't stay down. You know, and I mean, you stay down, man. Next thing you know, you're depressed and you don't even know why. And see, I just got off the phone with a lady that was very influential in my life, and she just lost her son yesterday. And her youngest son, who I've been knowing since he was 5 years old, and my guy that I stayed with in Florida, he just lost his son, both to fentanyl overdoses. And see, we got to do something about some of these drugs in our country. I mean, we put a lot of emphasis on wins and losses, but after talking to her, man, I mean, I got a new lease on life, and I like a positive attitude is something that you have to have after you're bombarded with total negatives damn near all the time, and it's including life and death. And so we put importance on things. Yeah, it's important. It's way important. But when I think about the overall importance of things in life, like life and death, and then that puts everything back into perspective for me.
Dusty Baker with us here on Sports Talk 790 as Game 2 of the Orioles coming up. So, one of the things that when you have a veteran clubhouse is that everything remains even keeled. And there's been a few meetings here and there, but it feels like, again, walking into the clubhouse yesterday after losing 2 or 3 to Kansas City, and it was there is an ability with your guys to shake this off pretty quick. So I would assume when you get to the ballpark today, you'll be fine.
Well, we have a combination of veterans and kids. A lot of the kids don't know, how to act. It's up to the veterans to help these guys, through these times, because if you haven't been there, you don't know. I mean, you think you know, but I don't worry about the Altuves and the Bregmans and these guys, because they are they are positive every day. And when I get there, I got to talk to Presley. I mean, there's nothing that you could say other than, hey, man, you won 30 saves. You got 30 saves under your belt. And so 31's right around the corner. And so, we just got to keep on fighting and keep on pushing. And, the key is, the better pitch games we get, the better chance we have to win.
You mentioned Ryan Presley. What are you seeing from him with the struggles lately? And do you still have confidence in him in the closer's role?
Come on, man. Pick somebody else that has 30 saves. I mean, things. Yeah, I have confidence in all my guys. I mean, I'm not a fool or crazy, but until I get somebody better, there's nobody that I have better that I'd rather have out there closing than Ryan Presley. Over how long has he been doing this? 4 or 5 years now? 6.
Well,
7
he just celebrated his 10 years of being in Major League service, which is good. And by the way, Brady did that. It's 2. So you got some veteran guys in there for sure.
Yeah, dude. So it's like, hey, don't panic and tell you the truth. I'm sitting outside of This Is It to get some food, and I'm also picking up some banana pudding for Chaz McCormick and for Gary Pettis, like I do every time after I talk to you guys. So just go on and do my regular routine and my regular thing.
Are guys getting mad they're not getting pudding from you, or is it just exclusive to those two guys? What's the situation with that?
No, but everybody, I can't bring in everybody, to everybody. Sometimes they got to bring stuff in, you know what I mean? Because that stuff is not free, number one, but that's just something that I started doing, a while ago, or I bring in oxtails to your Don and to Dubon, except he don't share. He want to eat them all. You know what I mean? So
whatever you're feeding, whatever you're feeding Hector Neris, keep doing that, because that young man was awesome last night.
Yeah, well, he likes neck bones too. So I'm sorry, not neck bones. They like oxtails, not neck bones. I like neck bones. So, all right, man, it's all good.
All right, we're gonna let you go get that lunch. Thanks, Skip, for the time as always. We appreciate it very much.
All right, you got it.
See you later. That's Dusty Baker with us on the show.
Team's gonna be ready. Banana pudding, oxtails, neck bones. Let's go.
I feel like we were going through a cafeteria line.
I think that's what he's got on his mind. I think he's a little hungry.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to get into a deep dive conversation of last night's game.
No, I don't think so either. Would you?
No, but,
It's a train wreck.
Not a train wreck. It's just...
Okay, I'm sorry. It's a roller coaster.
Here's what I mentioned yesterday.
That stalled at the top of the loop.
Here's what I mentioned yesterday on the 10th inning show. You and I are on a flight to Orlando.
Okay.
We're going to Disney World.
You got your ears on and everything.
We're gonna have a good time.
Okay.
We take off.
Mm-hmm.
We're about 5,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Turbulence. Boom, 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 boom.
Don't say that. That makes me nervous.
Oh, God, this is terrible. We get up to like 15.5, and it's smooth for a while. Like, all right, we're good to go.
Okay.
Then we get to 19,000.
Uh-huh.
Bodies are flying everywhere.
Yeah.
You got
people are tearing obliques.
You got Coke's cans flying everywhere.
Okay.
All the first class food, which I'm sitting in,
of course.
I'm not getting served.
Mm-hmm.
Flight attendants are having to sit down.
Yes.
Then it settles down at 23,000 feet. And just when you get to the cruising out to the 35,000 feet and you think you're ready to go, more turbulence. We're in a turbulent pattern right now.
Okay.
But there is good news. We're going to land safely. It just may be a bumpy ride down.
And there's an older veteran flight attendant taking over everything when there's a young, brighter, more talented one that's not allowed to shine.
But what...
Or maybe it's the pilot, actually. No, we don't want that.
Wait a minute.
We don't want issues with the pilot.
But that pilot yesterday in particular,
had a pretty good flight.
Had a really good flight. There was no issues with air traffic control.
Mm-hmm. That's good. So we're going to make it. We're going to land.
Oh, yeah.
Dusty said it. He said we're going to win this thing.
It's going to be bumpy, though.
I think so, too. And I do think they're going to win this thing. But it has been bumpy.
Bumpy. But if Dusty doesn't motivate you there, maybe he needs to take maybe we ought to record this conversation and send it to the clubhouse for today's game, see how that would work.
Okay.
It might just do it.